Hello everyone. So now we are going to discuss about configure and verify Netcon and Restcon. So we are going to discuss some theory and we are going to learn how we can enable this in the router. We don't have detailed configuration, just we need to know how we can configure and how we can verify. Okay, so let's do that one. So first we will discuss the Netcon. Netcon stands for Network Configuration Protocol. The full form of Netcon is nothing but Network Configuration Protocol. It is a protocol developed by IETE. IETE is nothing but Internet Engineering Task Force. Okay, they developed this one to install, manipulate, delete the configuration of the network device. So with the help of this one, they can manipulate the configuration of the network device. So generally what we can say, Netcon is a tool with which we can make the configuration, we can delete or manipulate or change the configuration of the network device. So Netcon developed to manage the network device. The goal of the Netcon, that is Network Configuration Protocol, is to make the network device, that is automation. To make the automation easy in the network device, we use the Netcon. So Netcon is using XML for data encoding and for remote procedure call for messaging. So whatever configuration we need to do for our device, like if you remember in our previous class we told we are using API, like that only this is also what we can say automation tool. With the Netcon or Restcon we are going to configure the device. It is like a SNMP only. We maybe today or tomorrow we are going to learn the SNMP, Simple Network Management Protocol. So Netcon is also similar like SNMP. SNMP we discuss in our CCNA level, but anyhow we have in our syllabus. So we are going to discuss SNMP also. Now just remember Netcon is similar to SNMP. Why we are using SNMP? SNMP is nothing but Simple Network Management Protocol. Why we are using SNMP? We are using SNMP to monitor the network and to do the configuration of the network device. We are using SNMP. We have in our syllabus. If you see here, let me show you. If you see this one here, we have the theory in our syllabus. So we are going to do that one also. In CCNA also we have that one. So SNMP is nothing but Simple Network Management Protocol. With the help of this protocol we can manage the network, we can monitor the network, and we can configure the network devices also. So Netcon is similar to SNMP. Some guys are calling Netcon is nothing but SNMP version 4. So whatever SNMP is doing, Netcon can also do that one. So just in simple what we are saying, with the help of Netcon, with the help of this protocol, we can manage our device and we can configure our device. Netcon is using the different language, that is XML or JSON they are using to configure our device. And whenever we configure the Netcon, it is connecting the device by using the SSH protocol. It is using the SSH protocol by using the TCP. Okay, by using the TCP protocol port number 830. So just we need to what we can say, we need to remember Netcon is using the SSH protocol and they are connecting by using the TCP connection by using the port number 830. In the, if you remember Cisco, if we have the Cisco DNA center, we have the DNA center also. Later we are going to discuss. So Netcon we are using there also. In many automation devices we are using the Netcon. Software defined network, like we are saying the SD-WAN. There we are using the southbound, northbound. So we are using the Netcon configuration. We are using the Netcon tool to modify or to manage the network devices. What we can use the HTTPS to fetch the configuration. And we have the Restcon also. We are going to see Restcon and Netcon. Both are doing same function. They both are having the standard way. Both are used to do the configuration. Netcon is the older version. Restcon is the new version. So we will see how we can enable. First of all, what we can perform with the Netcon protocol. So we can fetch the data, we can configure the data, we can edit the data, we can copy the configuration, delete the configuration. Commit means we can save the configuration, we can lock the configuration so no one can modify the configuration. We can unlock the configuration. We can close the session also. So we can perform this operation. Most of the important operation is we can edit the configuration, we can get the configuration, we can modify the configuration, and we can save the configuration. So this thing we can do. Example, you have the manager, that is nothing but our computer, where we have some tool. With the help of that tool we are connecting to our device, that is a agent we are calling. This is our device. Example, this is our router, we want to connect. So we will use Netcom communication. We will connect the device, the manager, our PC, whatever tool we are using, they will send hello message and this guy will reply, and then we will fetch the configuration, whatever operation we need to perform we can perform, and he will send the output. So this is a sequence. So just we need to remember full form of the Netcon. If you see here, important point here is Netcon full form, that is network configuration protocol, and why we are using this one to configure the device automatically. Like automation, we will use this tool in the automation. We can automate the many different things by using this tool. And what operation we can do, we can take the configuration, edit the configuration, manipulate the configuration with this tool. And now we will look how we can enable this one. And this is not working in all the router, this is working in high configuration router, not in the old router. So this is a small lab, how we can enable that one. So if you see here, I will show you. This is my lab. Here just what we need to do, we need to enable the Netcon in this router, and we have another thing is Restcon. If you see where it is here, we need to enable also Restcon, and we need to verify. So we have different tools. We can use Cisco DNS Hunter, we can use Cisco SD-WAN to monitor this one, but no need to look for that one like vManage, vSmart, because in our syllabus they ask us to configure, enable that one, and monitor means enable the protocol Netcon and verify that one. So we need to do that one only. But if you want to do extra lab, we can connect with the NAT cloud, and we can get the IP here from the DHCP, and this will connect to our application, and we can install the third-party application to manage, to fetch the configuration, to get the configuration by using the what we can say network configuration protocol, by using the network configuration protocol. But anyhow, no need for to do that thing, just we need to look how we can configure. So example, this is my router, this is a CSR router. Okay, this is a CSR. If you want, I will show you. If I write here show version, this is a 16.4. okay, 16.4 also new version only. Now we have 17 also. So what is the router we are using? This XC software. Okay, this is the XC software, not the normal software. So in this one we can enable, this is in this router we can enable the Netcon. So what I will do, first of all we will do the basic configuration. I will write the host name, whatever name I need to give I can give, like R1, and then we will assign the IP to that interface. If I check what interface we have here, let me enable here this interface. I am not getting, maybe I removed before. Anyhow, we will check what interface we have. By default the interface 1 will be there. Let me check the interface, show IP interface brief. So I have the G1, I have only one interface, so I will write interface G1. okay, so I go inside that interface, then I will write IP address DHCP, and then no shut. Even if you did not write this IP address DHCP, no issue, you can assign the IP manually also. You can assign the IP manually also, no problem. Okay, and we can create the username. Let me exit this one. I will assign the username admin, example admin, and privilege 15 I am giving, and password we can give any password, example I am giving admin. What I done, just I create the username here. Okay, and after that if you see, we have the IP from here. 19, that is 192.168.65.140. This we get from our DHCP. But if you don't want to get that IP directly, we can assign. The important command is here. Here what important means, how we can enable the Netcon configuration, Netcon protocol in this router. So we need to write the simple thing, just we need to write netcon dash young. So with this one we will enable. When we write this one, automatically it is going to enable here. Okay, only this is the one command we are going to use to enable that one. And we need to wait some time, it is going to enable. After that we have some command to check that one. We can write here show command. If I write here show platform software young management process. So still it is not showing. Let's wait, it hang because this consume maybe 8 GB of RAM, this router. So after that we can see it is enabled. And if you see here let's see here where it is showing not running. So it will take some time. After that it will start that one. Okay, because if you see here still it is enabling, so we need to wait some time. After that when we run this command, we will say it is enabled. Okay, so only important thing here is just we need to put this command where it is. Let me show you this command. With this command we can enable the Netcon configuration, Netcon protocol in the router. So it is taking time. After that it will enable, then we will run this command, so we can see that that protocol is enabled. So we will wait for some time. After that we will check that. Okay, and then we have the Restcon also, same like that. Restcon also we can enable, but we have some different command. After that we can enable that also. In the Restcon we can use the HTTP also to access the device. So I think now it is enabled, so still it is working, so we need to wait some time. Okay, now if you see it is running. Okay, if you see before it is not running, this is running, this one is running, and this one is running, this is running. So with this command we enable that one. Okay, we enable. So just remember, because this is virtual environment, everything we cannot see. The important thing here is this command. Which command? Let me show you, or let me write again, because it will take time to enable all the thing. If you see, all are working. Only this last one will not support in this router because the image which we have, but in the real scenario all will run. Okay, so just we need to remember, if we want to enable this protocol, we need to write this command. Let me show you again, or let me write in the notepad or somewhere. That is simple command. Let me take the notepad here. Only one command we have, but anyhow let me write here complete thing. What we can give Netcon lab, how we can enable and how we can verify. So R1 configuration, we need to remember this will be not normal router, this should be some advanced router. So generally what we will do, we will write the host name, whatever the host name. After that we need to assign the IP to the interface. This is having G1. If you want to assign any IP, you can assign, but if you want to connect with our laptop and we need to use any application to fetch the what we can say some information, so for that purpose we can use the DHCP. Even if you want to assign manually, we can assign manually. The most important thing, that important command is netcon dash young. So with this command it will enable. Okay, with this command it will enable. Show command we use show. Let me paste, I think I have not this one. With that, to check that is working or not, we will write show platform software and young management process. Okay, process. With this command we can check, and we have so many commands also. Example, if I want to check show netcon session, we can check, but I think netcon session Yeah, this one is having the session 0 session is open, maximum is allow 4. Because if we use any application, maybe if we use SD-WAN to fetch the configuration, it will show here how many session we have, because we did not connect any controller to fetch the configuration. That's why it is showing 0 here. Maximum we can open the 4 session. Okay, but important thing is this one, we need to check this is working. In the real scenario, this will also work. All these services for the Netcon will running, but this is the virtual, that's why it is not running. Maybe if we keep long time, this also going to start. So this way we enable. After that we have the other one. Let me show you. This one we done just now. Then we have the Restcon. So Restcon and the Netcon both are developed to manage the network device in the standard way. This is another IETS standard implementation of the Netcon functionality on the top. So this one is the second one. This is a advanced version of this Netcon. This is also having the same functionality. This is also we are using to manage the device, to automate the device. It is just like a Netcon, which is used via HTTP, HTTPS by using XML or the JSON. So Netcon we are having, what we can say, they are connecting with SSH. Whereas Restcon we can use with HTTP and HTTPS also. They are using XML and JSON messages, languages to control that one. And functionality, everything will be same, but here the advantage we can use with HTTP, HTTPS. And here if we want to enable, how we can enable, before enabling what operation we can perform, same thing, we can get the configuration, we can edit the configuration, this put and post, we can post the configuration, we can retrieve the configuration, we can delete the configuration, we can merge the configuration. Same thing we can do, what we can do with the Netcon, we can do same thing in the Restcon also. Get means we are going to retrieve the data. Post means this method is going to create the data resources, new data. Put, this method create and replace the target source. Patch, this method partially modify the data. Delete means it is going to delete the data. And we have here also lab. In this lab, similar thing, what we will do, we are going to enable that one. So let me show you how we can enable. Here also one command we have. Here what we done, we have given the name, we assign the IP from the DHCP, we write no shirt, and we have the username and password, and we set the time. But now this is the different time if we compare now 2020. But if we are using what we can say NTP server, it will get the correct time. If you want to enable the services, this one we use. Why I want to enable, example, if I want to enable the HTTP, I can use this command. But now no need, even if you did not write this, no issue, just we need to write this command to enable. If you want to make this server as a HTTP server, HTTPS server, for that purpose we will write this one. Example, if you want to access this device as a HTTP server, so in that scenario what we can do, we can enable this one, and we can type the HTTP in the browser. When we connect our computer with this router, we can type in the browser the IP of this router, so we can access this router. For that purpose we will write, this is additional command for lab purpose only, but we use this command 1 to enable the configuration. Same like that in our Netcon, we use that command to enable the Netcon Netcon protocol, this one. For Netcon we use this command to enable that protocol in the router, and for Restcon we will use this command to enable the Restcon in our device. So if I copy this, let me go here and I can go to our, first of all I will remove that one because it will consume a lot of RAM. So whatever the protocol we enable before, I will disable that one. This one I am saying the Netcon protocol, so I will disable. So I will write here no Netcon young, so this will be disable, and after that I will enable the one. Because I am disabling, it will stop this services, whatever the Netcon services, that all services is going to stop. It will take some time and it will stop, and then we will again we will enable the Restcon services. So how we can enable, just we need to paste this one command only. Let me copy this command we will use to enable that one. So we need to wait some time because it is disabling all the services. After that we can enable that one. Let me try if it start working. Okay, let's see now. If you see, this one is starting. Okay, RESTCon server has been notified to start, and it will take some time, and then all the services of the Netcon is going to start in that one. So when the services is started, we can use any automation tool. With that one we can control this router. We can change the configuration, we can manage the configuration, we can use Python script on any other script, or we can use any controller to connect this device, and we can make the configuration changes. And if you want to check here it is enabled or not, we can write the command show, same command just now what we wrote, but let's see, it is enable all application or still it is loading. I will write, let's see, show platform software young management process. So it will enable, it will take some time. After that it will start. Still it is not running. If you see, first one is started, so it will take some time, then it will start running. Okay, if you see now the other also started. So all is going to start these services with this protocol RESTCon. So same thing, it will start and then we will check. But what are the advantage of this one means, you can enable here with the HTTP if you want to access this device. If you want to access this device with the like URL, maybe you can open the any browser, and from that browser you can type that IP, and you can use any automation tool like SD-WAN solution, like controller vManage we can use. From there we can click and we can fetch the configuration of this router if we have that service enable. Okay, so anyhow we learn here how we can enable and how we can verify. So with this command we are going to enable that protocol in the router, and with this command we are going to verify it is working or not. Okay, so what we done, configure and verify this Netcon and RESTCon. Just remember this two protocol we are using to manage the network device, to make the automation easy. With the help of this one we can enable this devices, and we can access with the different place with the browser or with the any automation tool. We can access the device when we enable this protocol.